So, Fescamar a Cardin, ha sin chotáilise go bí a fécinn a thula a duine arás san Srùbag. A fáilte do ar Srùbag le sa Cóig. 55. So aber sin a sin a sein cola esantor Cóig bliana. So welcome to everyone. Thank you so much for coming back to join us. This is our Srùbag number 55. So that's over half 100 Srùbags we've had. And we have been singing together on Zoom for over 5 years now. An nach sin fáilte Fergus Reoch mar an Stónlaise acéin. So tonight we welcome as our special guest Fergus Reoch. Oh, and I have a wee bit to say about Fergus. So Fergus, you'd be very welcome to say a bit about yourself later. So Fergus came into Gaelic in his 20s whilst living in London. After a couple of years of evening classes, he joined Còisir Lunnainn, the London Gaelic Choir, which we should say actually is the oldest Gaelic choir in the world, as a way to practice the language. This brought Fergus to Gaelic singing more generally. Since 2020, he has been an occasional participant in Srùbag, often calling in from Riyadh, where he frequently travels for work. And that's very true. We often have had Fergus and one or two others from Riyadh as well. Fergus has sin hótáilise go bíú mar an Stónlaise acéin anach, agus mar savist bí chom ann san thula duine éile sein cuiteach nó a híon cóla agus éisteach. So Fergus, we are so happy that you will be our guest tonight. And as usual, there will be an opportunity for everyone to sing in a Celtic language or to join us to listen. I should probably mention, since they're online with us tonight, that both Anna and Simon from Còisir Lunnainn have been our guests before, and indeed so has Genevieve. And they've all been wonderful. Oh, I'm going to let Hilary in as well. Wonderful guests. So, okay. Harshin, ha codach rein a bhí a cléinsin óran sa bí an canan céilteach. Gaelic sa Halaba, Gaelic na hÉireann, Cumrish, Breton, ish agus mar sin. So we would like to hear songs tonight in any Celtic language. Agus mar sin san táisice sa chéad lé cléin sin dá órainn vo Fergus. So to start the first half, we will hear two songs from Fergus. And Fergus, each gain becken mu a do bheithe do thuirlach coas a hau mar a choisi cu a sein agus mu na hórainn agat. Agus mu na dá órainn a hau a dul a hain an tosio. So Fergus, please tell us a wee bit about your life, a bit more than your biography that I've just read, where you're from, how you started singing, your projects, and the two songs that you are going to sing for us first. Mór tang.
Mór tang Ellen. I'm in Doch Skiveshiv Gam Clenchen Gama. I hope everybody can hear me. Okay. If at any point you can't hear me, please do wave, jump, shout. Let me know. My computer, my setup here usually works, but there are exceptions.
Just a weeny bit quiet, Fergus. Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Weeny bit.
Let me see. Quiet is usually not my problem. Usually I'm too loud. I'll see if I. Where's the? Okay, I'll try and point my voice towards the right part of the screen. If it stops working, let me know. So mór tanglin mar a thuirlinn gníorsnach ha mi computerich leis an déiteach an nach. As Lynn mentioned, I'm suffering with a toothache this evening. Agus ha mi choski sa gavis thuisk me out in Riyadh sa vating. I'm as tired as you can get. I woke up in Riyadh this morning at 4 a.m. UK time to get a flight back to London, so ha mi in Lunnainn inis. Ha mi a glasachu agus mar thuirlinn háisich mi Gaelic Jonsachuch nuair bha mi ceithre fichiet blian a ghuis. As Lynn mentioned, I'm from Glasgow. I live in London now. I started learning Gaelic when I was 24. Va Gaelic my granny, a va fydych yn donation. Agus va isha acur cymil yn service in Gaelic and in English na mahan lia. My grandmother was a Gaelic speaker. She lived in Edinburgh and she used to run the services, the Gaelic services at Greyfriars Church there. So, Tosh me and noch le Salam. So I'm going to start tonight with a psalm. And in Lunnainn, ha ceir servition Gaelic gach bliana. Ha sin gema fortnach gyfeil ministrydyn y chien van alba Lunnainn son gach service. In London, we have 4 Gaelic services every year. We're very lucky that a minister comes each time from Scotland to do the service for us. Agus bísin je Seinn na Salam and in dóid traditionta le cuireamach an lainne. And we sing the psalms in the traditional way with the lining out, the what's the word? There's a fancy Italian word for it, I forget what it is. The back and forth, the one person then the next person, singing of the lines of the psalms. So, va ver tokul en fuing gierig meervelach aking. We had a fantastic presenter, Norman MacLeod, agus chuirchile an ovo Ceir Coic bliana. He passed away 4 or 5 years ago. So Hoshig Misha, I began presenting to fill the gap left by Norman, and filling Norman's shoes is not, well, A, not possible, and B, not easy. He was a fantastic presenter. The first time I heard him at a service in London, I called my grandmother afterwards, and I said, so, the presenter was amazing, he's this guy called Norman. And she said, oh, I know Norman. We used to make sure to bring him up from London for the General Assembly service every summer because you can't get a better presenter than Norman. I started learning to present the psalms in the traditional way, partly because it's something that had always interested me, and partly as both a tribute to, a memory of, and to fill the gap left by Norman here in London. Agus anudi and a lachaber, ekawat nation real, vashin gema forschnach van Lunnainn, vuinigin and co-arpish Seinn na Salam. We're very fortunate last year in Lachaber, and we won the psalm presenting competition at the Royal National Mod. I should probably mention that there weren't any other entrants, so maybe you can judge yourself whether it was a deserved win. But regardless, you can't see it behind me because I don't know how to unblur my screen, but one of those shapes behind me is the shield for psalm singing. So I'm going to pop the words of Psalm 98 verses 4 and 5 into the chat. If you're familiar with how Gaelic psalm singing works, sing along. If you're not, sing along anyway. I can't hear you, you're on mute. Generally, I think singing along, even if you don't know what's going on, is better than not singing along, so please go for it. This is Psalm 98, verses 4 to 5. The year Jehovah tokev suas art yolachach gachid. Tokev gu biv suach fos is shine of mol fear. The year Jehovah morn and fjart shine ever klarsich green. The klarsich jerim shine yvga le gu na salam gebeen. Which in the Scottish metrical translation doesn't come up to 2 full verses the way it does in Gaelic, but this would be in the I think it's 1640 version. Let all the earth unto the Lord send forth a joyful noise. Lift up your voice aloud to him, sing praises and rejoice. With harp, with voice of psalms unto Jehovah sing. And that takes us to the end of the Gaelic words that make up 2 verses. There's another line in the English that goes into the following verse because metrical translation is always challenging. So, mar a thuaisceart, Jaichi Chorum, agus Hamid Husky Scavis. So, Chaduraimi warm up, fear warm up. So we'll see. We might take it down a tone. As I say, I've got a toothache and I'm exhausted, so I've not had a proper warm up. So we're taking it down a tone from where I normally sing. So the way this works is the first two lines we just barrel through. For every line after that, I'll sing it twice. First time it's just me, second time you sing with me. If you pick up the tune, well done, because it's quite hard to do without knowing what's going on, but see how it goes. Talk ever give Suach fos. Talk ever give Suach fos. Shane of fear, shane of fear. Morn fjart. Fjart Shane green Shane le si Jerem Shane le si Jerem Shane le gun Salam Gebin le gun Salam Gebin. That's much easier with a congregation.
Well done, Fergus. Mi efallach ma.
One thing. So my experience of religious singing is perhaps unusual. I didn't grow up in a religious home. I went to church with my granny when I was in Edinburgh on occasional weekends. So my religious upbringing was perhaps once every 6 weeks going to a service in Gaelic, which at the time I didn't understand. As I mentioned, I'm often in Riyadh for work. I studied Arabic and Islamic studies at university and spent my year abroad in Damascus long before the Syrian civil war. So I actually did Quran recitation training long before I learned any psalm singing or things like that. And I'm always delighted by the amount of crossover, both in terms of the phonetics, the letters that you squidge together in traditional Quran recitation and in traditional psalm singing, and the, I think, slightly aleatoric nature of the decoration that goes in the melodies, and the very free approach to both melody and rhythm. Of course, in an Islamic context, I wouldn't call it melody for cultural reasons, but similar musical idea. So what you heard there, that was the tune Stornoway. And it would be with a congregation. All of the grace notes that I did, all of the ornamentation that I did, would be done by the congregation as well, but not the same way. They would ornament it the way that they felt called to ornament it. So you end up with an absolutely glorious cascade of accidental harmonies that both work and don't work at the same time. And when you have a large congregation, you get magical overtones coming in. A minister that spoke to us recently in London, one of the ministers that came down, Don Michel, very kindly gave us a psalm singing workshop and talked about how whenever he has his piano tuned, you hit one string and you hear six others. And that's the same physics effect that happens when you have a full congregation doing this. You hear notes that aren't being sung in addition to the notes that are being sung. Of course, that can't be replicated when it's me singing in my living room in Islington. But we get as close as we can. So, seo, ba seo an fáin Srùbag, leis an ceithreamh agus cóicimh rainn gin óchimh salam an óchimh salam díoch ceithreamh fichet. That was the tune Stornoway to the fourth and fifth verses of Psalm 98. And I'm quite surprised that in my current underslept state, I got through the Gaelic word for 98. But we continue. The next song I'm going to sing before handing back to Lynn, and very much looking forward to hearing from the rest of you, is a song that I'm very fond of. So ha mi gyma doil yn oren ha mi dol Shein yn nish she tokarum a fi. So she oren rutbek simply chyniel môr yn fachcnawn agus chyniel yn fawn gyma deref ha mi ein bas ryddi fôr a fan a chianarst je clown vi clioch agus she orange Patrick McCrimmon, I think. So this is a song that I'm very fond of. It is Tocarum Mafi, and it's a song that laments the death of Ruairi Mór, one of the great chiefs of Clan MacLeod. It was composed according to tradition. You know how it is with these things. We say it was composed by so and so in whatever year. Maybe. I mean, if I put on my historian hat, there's a lot of questions to be asked there. But the tradition is that it was composed by, I think, Patrick McCrimmon, but I do get my McCrimmons confused. He was the piper of Ruairi Mór, and he was a very close friend and big fan of the man. So when he passed away, McCrimmon picked up his pipes, and he was so overcome by grief that he walked back to his home, playing a tune that he improvised on the way, and later words were attached to it. The very short version of these words is, give me my pipes, I'm off. I'm miserable and I'm going home. Obviously, in Gaelic it's a lot more beautiful than that. Tocarum a fi, it's H me rachi, it's truig im hain, me leir mar hake. Tocarum a fi, it's me me chra, me ruairi mór. Give me my pipes and I will go home. I am distraught from the wound that I have suffered. Bring me my pipes. I am distraught for the death of Ruairi Mór. This is the first song that I sang solo in Gaelic, in fact. I joined Còisir Lunnainn in 2013 and had never sung much before. I'd done one or two choir things at school, but not much since. And then in 2023, I think, when it was the Modern Paisley, I decided to go for a solo competition and went for this song on the basis that it didn't have that many words, so I could probably learn them. And discovered through that not only do I love singing on my own as much as I love singing in a choir, but that because I'm a loud nasal tenor, bagpipe music fits me. So let's see how this goes. Okay, we'll see how the high notes work out. Tocarum a fi bis H mi rachi is truglem fein mal Tocarm a Phoebes mi edd machram murri mor Tocarm a Phoebe ha miski Smurfei mi hech mirachi Tocarm a Phoebe ha miskis mi emachrach murri mor Tocarm a Phoebe ha miski Smurfei mi hech mirachi Còisir na pib chatok machri Chavio fan magrais Tocarm a Phoebes hech mirachi is treulem hemel mad hachas Tocarm a Phoebes mi edd machrach murri mor
Díreach Aline Fergus. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Two great songs to start us off from Fergus. So da oren guma miavolachma. Moran thank. So we'll hear from Fergus again later at the beginning of the second half. Okay, so I have put a singer order in the chat. I have included everyone I think might sing. If you're not going to sing, please do just message me and I'll take you off that list. But at the moment, I have put in an order. So scribe me Fergus, Fergus, Fergus after Fergus, Genevieve, Anna, Sue, Bethany, Thomas, Simon, Al, and great, she'll sing too. Philippa, Claire, agus Maheen at the end, and I believe Hilary and Andy are listening, and welcome to Anne, who I'll add to the list as well. So without ado, it's always fantastic to hear from Genevieve, and so Bishan Clonshin Vo Genevieve and the rest. So Genevieve, over to yourself. Thank you. Welcome, Anne.
Good mai get Lynn agus Vishan Galanta Ergus. It was really, really lovely. I am going to sing a song that I've actually never sung in a session before, so this is going to be a bit of a new one. So here we go. It's called Cuckooing, and it's about the cuckoo bird. So here we go. Cuckooing na cuckooing Kanyana man sauru Kanyana man sauru Kukuina kukin Janam min Siglane, Janam in Siglane. Kukuina, Kukin, Keoina, Jantan, Keoina, Jantan. Kukuina, Kukin, Beandrolin Sachlanan, Beandrolin Sachlanan. Kukuina, Kukin, an Bwelden an Shochon, an Bwelden an Shochon. Kukuina, Kukin, Elam wage we cranway, Elam wage we cranway. Kukuina, Kukin, Kada ve andin, Kada ve andin. Kukuina, Kukin, Beimil agus leonach, Beimil agus leonach. Sinné.
Iangata. Morantang, Genevieve.
Beautiful.
Always beautiful singing. Well done for that. Sounds a difficult song. Well done. So Mashin Margarita, thank you. All right. As Jay Genevieve, have Bishin a closing for Anna. So Anna, would you like to sing after Genevieve? And then we'll have Sue and Bethany, please. Thank you.
Ham iawn, yn byd mi eisiau. Wel, sé oren a barau a ham fersio, agus sé myein yn clawniel a dol fo barau gw ysga clwy, agus sé oren lwy no oren imri a hawn. This song is from Barra, and it's about the MacNeils going from Barra to the Clyde and back, I assume, as well. But there we are. And it's a walking song or a rowing song. Agus sé fliúchan uinthe a hawn. Fliúchan uinthe iúileara nach go fuaí ó iú, ma húclainil iúileara dreim a chuinor bacharinio, ma húclainil iúileara dreim a chuinor ó hiío, luchnan sialad iúileara snan longua bacharinio, luchnan sialad iúileara snan longua hiío, snan bretichen iúileara Jarak isuanya bacharinio, snan bretichen iúileara Jarak isuanya ohio, snan gynnichen iúileara Kuala Kruag Bacharinyo, Snanganechin, Ruyara, Kuala Kruag Ohio, Jimok Skiryu, Ruyara, Ansna Huay Bacharinyo, Shimok Skiryu, Ruyara, Ansna Huay Ohio, Shimaliakan Huyara, Jerakavoini Baharinyo, Shimaliakan Huyara, Jerakavoini Ohio, Eges Barni Huyara, Glasavoini Baharinyo, Eges Barni Huyara, Glasavoini Ohio, Chabia Kerik Huyara, Veði Voi Harinyo, Chabia Kerik Huyara, Veði Voi Ohio, Nafelaiva Huyara, Jeslitvoi Baharinyo, Nafelaivi Huyara, Jeslitvoi Ohio, Vedu Machna Huyara, Reima Huani Baharinyo, Vedu Machna Huyara, Greima Huani Ohio, Svedu Stechi Huyara, Rushke Chloi Baharinyo, Svedu Machi Huyara, Rushke Chloi Ohio, Sviucheneiche Huyara, noch Skafori Baharinyo, Sviucheneiche Huyara, noch Skafori Ohio, Mahu Planyel Huyara, Dreima Huanyor Baharinyor. Sinead Carsten.
Ganjar Anna. It is Vashin and the Nahorain Luai Nachro, one of the walking songs. Sinead.
Yes, it is definitely, and a rowing song as well.
All joining in. Great stuff. Thank you.
Oh, smashing.
Okay, so after Anna, we've lost the list already, Shonish. So we'll hear now from, hopefully from Sue, Bethany and Thomas, if you're all singing, and then maybe Simon will give us a song after that. So Sue, Bethany and Thomas, please. Sue.
All right. I don't know much Gaelic. I'll sing this in English, and there's a little Gaelic chorus. Ach on, ach on. 'Tis pretty to be in Ballinderry, 'tis pretty to be in Auchinleck, 'tis prettier to be in bonny Ram's Island, a-sittin' under the ivy tree. Ochon, 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 ochon. Full oft have I wandered on bonny Ram's Island, arm in arm with Philomie Diamond. He would whistle and I would sing, and we would make the whole island ring. Ochon, 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 ochon. Now when I wander on bonny Ram's Island, I am as sad that as sad can be, for the ship that has taken Philomé Diamond has sunken forever beneath the sea. Ochon, 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 ochon. Thank you.
Morantang, Sue. It's great to hear the chorus in Gaelic as well. Thank you. All right, I'm just going to pause the video now. Okay, agus Thomas bí Seinn an drasta.
Channeil mé géirí an taifid an recording cuideach ach
Okay.
hi.
Yeah. So we're going to have Simon Simon next. Be Simon Shane. Agus so Simon was a previous guest on Srùbag, as indeed was Anne, and Anna and Claire. So Simon hashin a chéad a coit isteach the chomhrainn. So we're looking forward to your song. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Veskerma. Being Shine, Cèilidh Seinn, which is lament longing to be back in the Isle of Lewis from someone who had emigrated to the US. Cèilidh Seinn, gan the glines and Romeo. Far buchri o leif nach sein, gan nualoch ein giniorn. A buach a leocrolai, agus gaune marbunos. Yn Seilidh Meshachai, gan y glains yn Romeo. Ystrych gyfies mi cainochag, gach loch is linie sob. Smior o glas nan glawn, Seinn gybain ymesg nan gos. Yn croes ad choriar ich edliand yn gyheniodd. Sygrian syr I dol sias, yn tyfa siad y loch yr oig. Chadian myshe diochan, edd fesger fioch roig. Aniala vanas giava, risgialich sanos. Aialoch oion viamnichtje, ririalach as naniol. Is fuaim trauk is houndaik, o bounce alone and kjol. Get this at the howl hami, skan gaun tokked mostor. Hamogur och semes glaunden, es bjaunten elen ljosh. Hadula kam fiaun, men kesker faun molho. Es lukin vied malekech, ik kjaun traiale mor. Jenny.
Oh, Marlene. En den a chomhrainn a Charlam. Agus, oh, hein Hobria. Thank you. So it was very beautifully sung, one of my absolute favourites. All right, Maha. Now, it's lovely that Al has joined us. He doesn't actually have a Gaelic song, but he does have something he would like to share. So we're going to let him sing that now. And after Al, we have Philippa. And then Claire, if her Wi-Fi holds up. So Al, over to yourself, Philippa, and then Claire, and I think then I will finish up the first half. More in time.
Okay. So I added a verse to the Davy Steele and John Jooker's last trip home, celebrating Callum's Road. So I'll maybe share that verse, and then the last trip home, and share that verse again. So well, the Romans built their roads galore, back and forth, and then some more. The Picts built trails on mountains high that wound around and touched the sky. I built my road to reach my home. It's there I dwell, no more to roam. My hands and back are strong. My work, it is my song. Each rock and stone are put in place to help me carry on. And this will be my last trip home, so join me in my song. Now I've worked on farms and frae the start, the muckle horses won my heart. With big browed backs they proudly stand, the uncrowned kings of all the land. And yet for all their power and strength they're as gentle as a summer's wind. So steady, boys, walk on. Our work is nearly done. Nay more we'll till or plough the fields. The horses' day is gone. And this will be our last trip home. So steady, boys, walk on. Now you'll hear men sing their songs of praise, oh, Arab stallions in a race, or hunters that fly with the hound to chase the fox and run him down. But none of them compare, I vow, to your working pair that pulls the plough. So steady, boys, walk on. Our work is nearly done. Nay more we'll till or plough the fields, the horses' day is gone. And this will be our last trip home, so steady, boys, walk on. Now, all the years applied my trade, and all the fields plowed and laid. I never thought I'd see the time when the Clydesdales' work would ever end. But progress runs a driven course, and tractors here replace the horse. So steady, boys, walk on. Our work is nearly done. Nay more we'll till or plough the fields, the horses' day is gone. And this will be our last trip home, so steady, boys, walk on. Now let's see. As we head back, our friends have lined the road to be there one last time. For none of them would want to miss the chance to see us pass like this. They'll say they saw us in years to come, the buckle horses' last trip home. So steady, boys, walk on. Our work is nearly done. Nay more we'll till or plough the fields. The horses' day is gone. And this will be our last trip home. So steady, boys, walk on. Now the Romans built There are roads galore, back and forth, and many more. The Picts built trails on mountains high to wind around and touch the sky. I built my home, I rode to reach my home. It's there I dwell, no more to roam. My back and hands are strong. My work, it is my song. Each rock and stone are put in place to help me carry on. And this will be my last trip home, so join me in my song. And this will be my last trip home, so join me in my song.
Well, thank you. It was lovely to see you and hear that song, of course, as well. Thank you for writing that. Okay, so to finish the round, we'll have Philippa, Claire, and then myself, Muiedig. Philippa, Claire, agus Mihin, Morantang. So, Philippa, over to you. Thank you.
Today is the anniversary of Morch Glencoe, the massacre of Glencoe in 1692. And Mrachan na Glinne Shaw, the woman of the Glen, is associated with Glencoe. Mrachan na Glinne Shaw, Glinne Shaw, Glinne Shaw. Mrachan na Glinne Shaw, is mi hicko everi. Misherin vakeri, vakeri, vakeri. Misherin vakeri, agus vapema. Bavidam bokada, bokada, bokada. Bavidam bokada, bakuach na spreya. And crow and doggle and crow and doggle, crow and doggle. Na fair rebut. A siendu viraktur, yendu viraktur. Siendu viraktur, econoina spreya. A brachen again the shock in the shock in the show. Rachen again the shock. Mrs. Clivery. Women of this clan, women of this clan, women of this clan, it is time for you to rise. They put you down, they put you down in the dirt behind the wall. They put you down, they put you down, they do not rise you up again. Rachan na Glinne Shaw, Glinne Shaw, Glinne Shaw. Rachan na Glinne Shaw, Mehich Gwaelvari. The verse in English is not a translation of the verses I sang in Gaelic. If anybody knows the Gaelic for the verse about they put you down in the dirt behind the wall, maybe you can write it in the chat. One time.
Morantang, Philippa. Smaradang. La. Kutramach. So thank you. Agus raim cear. So as be Claire Seinn drast agus as sé Claire Anne agus muérig me heen. Dúlich. Okay, so Claire, you're still here. Wi-Fi hold up. Excellent. Let's
and glass. If my goes it after a couple of years, so I had to change the device I was using because I find that the settings for Zoom seem to be different on different devices, and I was having problems with that original sound for musicians. So she don't go to Maguhan and Isha Scardaby, agus Tamagalachiol, wherein as Dunanal, there band him Inishgun Rawa. Harina garit gan mes tunieres na jaren den eskun rawa Vrua na finja latina tunes meg fechen slanges ar salja David ar darsjes ganina hagen a keg an the ar sawal She gat den jeger le harde bart mar jelly germad la granje Sin Srùbag an meisigus banden den nefti fiarda le gescularan Veil na binne nor hiúna tanes meg dúla le ges ar salje O Harry sin or as buigat den jolams mrana crynega reg me Ma crag an meis a jambo caras ma chardig pelushed bora Hawaii vrynol vi las ni charam a hasko garagam welen Shen scavi ari bragardis buckleys ni ariam coli wai edi Da jega shal bagatiuna lapasani is jarkamolini Skamarlam tamil da las o conen arasta cranyart den jeren Har go akamahin maslin marvich yar wakan malawa and spare and wash out marin rat snart the damiug and coscurcha yenu Tiuna mat me damiu mak a markila lapagan arnish Sabelin malalia samogallers a verma colin and slanche Tani mila ahara quanti soccer skill her galashegus repar Tan creolashe kalin lashkis le mashagur mais onion and spervan A creo frasa du creo a cara Zagruigan dachamarosi Shin spervan war lavregan a farv dan neshte child and a glory Da ming moaren ni aning dower spreba kapel no kera A wing shan an earnest sila maka no ina shasu go hera Ta grera kraken miurni stach vina iri mashak na grinje Sni brega hanam max vira nabrum Gurabi hog mashergak moijan Schnee
Oh, Nora and Tang, Maga Twainton Riyadh. Thank you, Claire. That was lovely. Very exciting. Thank you. All right. So to follow after that, we'll have a song from Anne, and I will finish up the first half. Thank you.
The Vakoja, Tommy, Shaint, Codation Dantation. Huig made on any is yield me move Kuig Bunty get second eve we ho Molam on target is from the Montor Godation Dantation of winning shindo Molam on target is from the Montor Godation Dantation of winning shindo Ma hey Merkel craver Grinus mare no crow Avantula the kega of Vuchalabo Ma hinum shalora fwe crown Ekdena so Kadation dantation up winning shindo Ma hinum shalora fwe crown Ekdena so Kadation dantation up winning shindo Má heimse cuid nál is rinne is sport, Cuig éach is Rossi go cuiniu den tort. Má cím dína súgagus me bhím suga cló, Cad é sin don téisisin nach muinen sindó. Má cím dína súgagus má bhím suga cló, Cad é sin don téisisin gach nach muinen sindó. Der dína go bhfuil mé gan rá is gan dói, gan airí gan éad ó gan bólach ná stór. Má tá mis sásta má choní gró, Cad é sin don téisisin nach muinen sindó. Má tá mis sásta má choní gró, Cad é sin don téisisin nach muinen sindó.
It's really thank you, Anne. Wonderful, great, always great to hear you. All right, Maha. So be me Shane Muyerig, agus be me Shane an Ula Sarda. So Haney me an oran show as on Sheila Gug de Ranal Cara Jacking and an donation Gira Shechkan Irash. So I sang this one. I'm going to sing an Ula Sarda, the highest rapper. I sang this one for the funeral of a dear friend just a week ago. So there we go. Kalaru mahandras mahuandunja mahainadan nam hesava kaya kakrakis kaktalai sen shiara kakuaunefas Hangaraglan, le caravan rain, le massa fascain on ribufuain, un abig milishke, acharanul nachrukshin, icharan, sheijigas jarsigarian, travas nan kraven lina golin, akikala is hikanam, sonan waras art erech revevuain. Is konamas kavaras shakat eram zeroichein aliotur arep misus sonanuaras arda churgubean Sheijigas jarsigrian travas nan kraven enina golin akikala is he kalam sonanuala sart erech rebevuain. So more than thanks.
Very nice, very nice.
Agus mar sin bí sin críoch hiat párs, so now we will have that is thank you very much more than thanks Maharden. That's the end of the first half, so bí sin a gal fós is on coig minute, so we'll have a wee break pause for 5 minutes. So you can refresh your glasses and we'll have a wee break and then we'll come back in 5 minutes time and hear again from Fergus. Thank you. Còisir Reoch thula duine agus bí Fergus a toiste an darna fart. Fergus is going to start the second part le da órain with 2 songs ach fa kutchukan rag be inchnach if a geishtach órain sin be Arabic kutchach. So it's possible that Fergus will sing a song in Arabic. So normally our guest starts the second half with two songs in a Celtic language, but Fergus, you can choose if you want to have an extra song for us to hear a song in Arabic. There has been a special request, and we've never had a song in Arabic on Srùbag before. So over to yourself. Thank you.
I'll have a go. Shiny mid Oren Rutbek simply in Arabish الهانتانيم نجد شامت لبو تركي يعني that's a strange thing. You know when you start a sentence in Arabic and then you completely forget Gaelic. That happens to me more often than it happens to most people, I think. So I'm going to revert to English to describe what's happening here. Otherwise, you're going to get a description in Arabic and it's going to go over everyone's head. So, I spend a lot of my working life in Saudi Arabia. My rather peculiar job title is Head Curator Saudi Arabia. I work for a cultural consultancy on museum and cultural projects, mostly over there. And so I've spent a lot of time being immersed in different kinds of Saudi culture. So I'm going to send a share request, Lynn, so that you can let me share my screen to contextualize what I'm about to sing. Brilliant. So let me see. I'm going to play this just to contextualize what I mean. There is a kind of performance in Saudi Arabia, particularly in central Saudi Arabia, the area known as Najd, called the Arda. Arda is... So I've just seen Phyllis's message. I can't boost my volume artificially, but I can speak louder, so I'll do that. The Arda is this performance where lines of poetry are chanted in a semi-chanting, semi-singing way, back and forth. And these are, it has its origins in martial performance done before battle. So often the lines are things like, "We're bloody brilliant, we're going to win this battle, look at us, haven't we got brilliant swords," and that. So it's things like that. And it's done, I'll share the picture. This is me joining with a group doing the Arda in one of our client offices in Riyadh a few months ago, because it turns out on a Thursday afternoon they just stop and do the Arda because it's more fun than not, which is one of the great things about working in culture, that every now and then people just stop for a folk dance. So here is the video. So that's the kind of thing that happens. You step a little bit, you wave a sword, and you chant poetry. So the song, the poem, it's both and neither. It's one of those things where what is a song? It's a poem set to music. What is a poem? It's a song without music. The lyrics that I'm going to sing for you are Najd Shamat Labatarki Wakhala Sheikhana, which is a poem that was written by a Saudi poet called Fahd bin Saud al-Dahaim and Nafisa. He wrote it about King Abdulaziz, who was the king of Saudi Arabia from, well, again with that, with my historian hat on, I would say he was technically the king of Saudi Arabia from 1932 till 1953, but he ruled Saudi Arabia from 1902 onwards, but wasn't technically king, because it is my job to say things like that. But yeah, he was the ruler of Saudi Arabia, or what is now Saudi Arabia, for the first half of the 20th century. The full poem is very, very long. This is something that Arabic and Gaelic very much have in common. If in doubt, add an extra 600 lines. I will sing 6 lines, partly as an act of mercy to you, partly as an act of mercy to me. Basically the idea is Najd has thronged, Najd, the central region of Saudi Arabia, has thronged for Abdulaziz, who's known here by his laqab, which is his nickname, Abu Turki, the father of Turkey, because that was the name of his first son, chosen him as a ruler, Nidged is brilliant. The men of Nidged are great. The people of Nidged are brilliant. We're doing very well. Okay, let's give it a go. Nidged sham het labe turkey wacha the sheikhna wach marat ashaga akbalat makhshuma لبكيت نجد العذيات دموعنا بل هالنادي قاصرين وشوارب قومها وحن هلا العجا نهار الأملاق عيدها والجزيرة كلها مدى بين قرومها. So, Sinead, that's 6 lines of a very, very long poem. And yes, delighted to be
Cool.
first.
Ní bhfuilach má mwy insinach.
One time. So now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Shiny me Daoran and Gaelic. So a hit Oran, Oran a Bochtel. Le Dunnachud Ban McIntyre. So hein min on a shaw a Gavot and in Dawar and in Lochaber and in Co-Arpish and Akelev Arrogate. So last year, inspired by our own Simon, I decided to take part in the Silver Pendant competition, and I sang this song, Orna Vochtel. Unfortunately, I did not emerge victorious as Simon did. I came second. It was a close second, and the other guy was brilliant, so I don't begrudge him it. This song is Orna Vochtel, the Song of the Bottle. It is a song about how lovely it is to drink, and all of the many manifold joys of a bottle. So let me find a note. I think I'll take it down a tone as well because I'm not quite in the right voice for it. Nuair a thuaidh sin sochar sa gháil sin bottal chanéigh ar stochain na chúra sin ann. Hí ganar is fórstan le sanna sa chopain gar sonnach bí deocharn an tog sin ar ceann. Bhéir an stú grín an seangus íon da chúra lín sin bínis na cains. Chas gearníad an níor deoch bhílis búfol a toch sin an bhí ar chail. Deoch sláin sin an gascich an gael of gas. Den bouwist maar as een wie potje den droom. Luch gul en stu vlaste ser gerecht al lachen. Nach kevnig en berste sa skapig zijn naam. Verken wel nie even nach hier se ver ha krien da fanne hal. Ver am miger gaan holing sinjetje des sam ver wel grinies heetje men an al. Srori helen oppers trupriev on de tokkelach. Jach lansja wakketjes krie again. Shechuri en battach affair vik chokkerach. Skuri en battach affair vik jan. Gen jelis en cheer ho sol no commanda nach helen higa kurma aan. Get of extreme hokken de mirichen. Kemmer a surin shin terug en droom. Hij fjoner den greveke holla grenje. Ik chas on a spare of haar sleeftje en bjuin. Shemaz la riotach blas en pare. En hier heet stajan en tajast en a jaun. Kurie soon en punje rarikeltje mechelle vorst. Skuchelle je dans. Hokkemet van jarom is keiler en sprakkerig hengesje. Jirigach raun. On hui sin chofatta serol sin vakken si chortala chattalan hanik and down. Genoon echt paaltjes dorst solas daar neikje. Joch voor en savatting gelees ar kern. Verhagen kli, guri hesperet an tokje krieg ach vira haffaun. Heitjen vertinge kringer virak gelees gach genius. Joch willish en druim. Sinead. So,
Well,
in short, the meaning of that would be, let's sit and have a drink. Why not have another drink? Have we thought about another drink? Good health to the Gaels. Good old drinkers, them. A drink will sort basically anybody out. Oh, goodness me, the work of the distillers is very fine, aren't they good? You know it can do all these marvellous things. It's very good on a sunny day, also very good on a cold day. Look, people are dancing because they're drinking. Oh, no, we've had too much. Whoops. Oh, well, if we have another one, we'll be fine. So that's the broad shape of it. And I think without further ado, I'll jump straight on to what would be the second song. We'll call it the second song, even though it's the third, which is, it has a different tone. Oren Mór Ceart, the great song of MacLeod. So this is one that I'm in the process of preparing for this year's mod, for the Skye and Sutherland competition. What could be more Skye than a song lamenting the lack of music in Dunvegan? So in the song, Rory McVirich and Còisir Lunnainn, Rory McVirich, Morrison, something like that. So the blind harpist talks about how, in the old days, Dunvegan was filled with song, filled with poets. It was a place of great culture, and now it's not quite what it was. And in the song, he imagines meeting the echo of the hall on the side of a hill, and they have a conversation. I haven't quite figured out how to do two voices sufficiently differently to be clear to the audience which one's speaking at which moment, so you'll just have to take my word for it. But we will get there. Let me see, where do I want to start? Okay, now. Okay, I'll take it down a smidge. I'm not going to hit the high notes. Ceilidh man goist gan do hiwn de gufwch gan blas. Nalech yn hymwyd yn fflaen yn gwch y rai. For meg da heich nan doen hemig maas gen chrus gen chas. Alle valash en oin Sanatayan gufwood I fas. Ralf Mactal has en doen Skarig in den ratria. Sønnaches med skjacheren vjansen klier. Laresen hus, ma varelger tumes fyr. Kunne misje forvun, røyneri en dunen klier. Vik talen en tur, skjem og varelger tuseva. Einen kjølgen instuka, skjegnev malav. Smag ma varelger mis, verpurest om vinem hav. Geistig braslem de hjal, en een facher vikljatjen hai. Vik talle sjava en sevalen da har mimjo. Sønnen skringas lærge vel med sjøst du finnes ho. Red a chomish askel, ons vir chomin mi fenis tu. Vel da vinteres buen, ek en triet an dualen du. Amach talle fagrui, mans en tallen big fuimach jod. Snet a hechnen klier gen aier gen vier gen foch, gen vide gen vun, gen himmerich het lunen kon. Gen churm gen falches I dai, gen wachnes gen warm bjol. Olm tjech karoch gvuam, le jetem gururiok. Agus is grafin, kutstich hun hurst masim hach kliot. Evika wech na den ien shoyeks nach bjol. Gummusives a hue, is chanak gen dun gen hjol.
Díreach Álín a Fergus. Thank. Agus sin móróin hain san an gohapers muéire as an ericleh agat an bliana an dá bhfuin mé. So, good luck. Okay. Sin áran bria agus mór. Okay, thank you. More on time, Fergus. So it's a great song, and thank you for that. So after Fergus, I think we'll have Genevieve, Anna, and Sue if you're up for another one. Okay, so Genevieve, over to yourself. Thank you.
Thanks, Lynn. I wasn't sure what to do for our next one, but after listening to the Arabic piece, I decided that I would try singing Líne Seilidh. So I've been working on sort of reconstructing the lay tradition in the singing of the lays out of Fíneacht, and I've been working over the past few months with Dr. Lilisa Weira, learning how the lays were sung, and very similar to the description of that Arabic piece that Fergus sang. The lay tradition was performed in what was considered to be free recitative, more so than singing. It was sort of a heightened speech that sort of had a bit of a melody to it, but wasn't heavily ornamented or anything like that. And so the main piece that I've been working on is Líne Seilidh, around a couple of others. And so the story of this is that Finn McCool is out hunting, and he's out with his hounds, Bran and Skiolan, and they find a deer, an Ellich Wheel, a hind, and they follow the deer up the mountain, and the three of them split up on the mountain, and Finn follows the right path to a lake, and instead of the hind, he finds that it is turned into a woman. And so obviously the Alex NicDhòmhnaill is an otherworld character. It's actually a fairy woman, and she puts a geis on him to find the ring that she has lost in that lake. And once he retrieves the ring, which takes him, I think, 5 searches of the lake or something like that, he turns into an old man. And the story goes on from there. I think the full lay is 40 lines, but I'm only going to do 11 of those. Or 11 verses, not, it's 40 verses, but it's 11 that I'm going to do. And they're not super, super long. They're sung briefly, so it won't take that long. Don't worry. So. La dair o fin a dair a can hawn yur. Chi she ger a over an elit jog leim lai. Skart sher skjollen is bran is rin she fjad or urein. Singan is the ha ger a tliv. Gurlan gajiana nelit will. Golden din nelit man schliv, se fin in a delegachon. Near bis de haar nach hier kajachi an nelit van grach. Hui fins certain schliv, se bachon shiraloo. Se fwadrig na röð a dia, mar hugum trir an agum. Ul of fins nir hyn waigol ruach lochalin. Spon the fi and mag of mra, bar kaide wakashe. Bjerga gruing an ros, vi beder lana glir. The krasse kerke mar blan, nak op wan gani. Ga noire vi a fot, mar elna manje raste vi. Of wadrik na de veke drak, ver had a harten rei. Gridges bin hier I skeel, ranjer heeg de goe choir. Die frimerit en gruisch glanan, wakke shindachen se toir. In de hellig nilagam speech, ni hakke medegachen. Ringe fein je gans las is masselam famerul. Van je oire weer me klaar, der an de boltree. Hitchte me laaf so laaf, gurag me dat se been. Gaserio na rolling leg, kurum short serene vien. Man je clean a horge rash, hitchle hash nas rugien. And that's as much as I'm going to do. But there you go.
Maravilha. Oh, Maria.
Good am I.
Oh, smart, I knew, Mara Savage. Always lovely to hear you, Genevieve, and the new songs you're learning. Great stuff. All right, so next up we have Anna, and then Sue, if you're up for another one. Thank you.
Oh well, this one is about. It was almost like a national anthem for, the youngsters from the island. It's a Runrig song. It's Cúm ur Nadi. I'll just read what it says in the verses and the chorus. Keep in mind the West and the place that you left behind. Remember that you had a worthwhile and precious culture there. You mustn't get caught up with the big city lights. The geese are rising from the macha. The lambs are running and jumping at the back of the field. You are now lost in the city. Never feel alone there. The night lights are now before you. Your moon is now many colours and types, but only gaze on them with one eye, because they can deceive and leave you blind. So it's a really lovely song. Thank you, Runrig, for giving it to us. Céilidh Go Reoch Dúchas áirithe slúchar ann. Hanna geola géadí fanna bhecha na hóine roimh sa léim cúna hí. Tá úsa níos nad cawl sa bhaile, ach na fáric na brannad ón a raibh. Cúm ar nara, sér an ácht agach síomh. Céilidh Go Reoch Dúchas áirithe slúchar ann. Anna sol ishuige níos nad céineh. Aielach níos gach dóis gach siorsa. Ach na coie gach le súlóra. Gus na chaciad meawtach dawn. Cúm ar nara, an sér an ácht agach síomh. Céilidh Go Reoch Dúchas áirithe slúchar ann. Sinne Cartin.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, Magadishjuk. All right, Maha. Astration. So after Anna, a lovely song. Stu, have you another song for us?
Yes, I thought I'd sing the one I sang at the Burn Supper about Mary Queen of Scots. It's Lament of Mary Queen of Scots by Robert Burns. She's in her prison looking out and approaching spring and enjoying nature as she could. Now nature hangs her mantle green on every blooming tree, and spreads her sheets o' daisies white out o'er the grassy lea. Now Phoebe Phoebus cheers the crystal streams and glads the azure skies, but naught can glad the weary wight that fast endurance lies. Now lavrocks wake the merry morn aloft on dewy wing. The Merlin his noontide bower makes woodland echoes ring. The mavis wild with many a note sings drowsy day to rest. In love and freedom they rejoice, with care nor thrall oppressed. I was the queen of bonny France, where happy I hae been. Full lightly raise I in the morn, as blithe the lay down at e'en. And I'm the sovereign of Scotland, and mony a traitor there. Yet here I lie in foreign bands, and never-ending care. But as for thee, thou false woman, my sister and my foe, grim vengeance yet shall whet a sword that through thy soul shall go. The weeping blood in woman's breast was never known to thee, nor the balm that drops on wounds of woe frae woman's pity. My son, may kinder stars upon thy fortune shine, and may those pleasures gild thy reign that ne'er would blink on mine. God keep thee from thy mother's foes, nor turn their hearts to thee. And where thou meet'st thy mother's friend, remember him for me. Oh, soon to me may summer suns nae mair light up the morn, nae mair to me the autumn winds wave o'er the yellow corn. And in the narrow house of death let winter round me rave, and the next flowers that deck the spring bloom on my peaceful grave.
Lovely, Sue. Thank you. Beautiful song. Well done, thank. Thank you very much. All right. Thomas, are you going to sing us a song?
I can give it a shot to one more.
Would you like me to pause the recording?
No, it's okay, but I might sing quietly.
Thank you.
I'll try to. Struanach wil min herren, så natsje togu medus mahil. Nach fui vruach na benjamora, na egen harnjalen atio. Sjena natsje hin tisog me, a hogan bronsan a tyrshet hjem. Skamen blien a rishni boiga, kamene gallo farish. Blian war agus an tam seo hí me mo chónaí a grach a scabal. Hí me haach mór á dhéanú ag siar hís de gé gorcí. Hí mo chean war píce le gwi war agus le ferrin. Tá mé rainte gam le mair an perla, manam glégal nach déis na bhlas. Chean ó an seagarú a níor ó chaulam. Schurin mustard brardan agus blaban a chran. Churin síl corca síl orna síl an éintir den lan. Scabe síl orna na garú dag an maile mogram. Mar a dhéirí san grian, mar a lé san galach, mar a héidan na lan mar a fana cuantí seo. Barlam o livras na ve binti morabas. Sman ma bolti moyen korp siad de faskuggatan.
Ma, rhaid fashion nearloch ma.
Tablet gomsgil. Near cast me gach versa ach sin é gomag.
Fashion scania, more than time. Okay. As sé sin dogus can be shim san Seinn agus Al as J Simon ma visu Sheshan Stronach agus as Sheshan Philippa. So, Sheen, over to yourself. Thank you.
It's a nice simple one. Sulandu, which is someone saying that he's not going to go out tonight. He's not going anywhere, not visiting, because he's expecting his dark-eyed love to come round. Sulandu, adu, Sulandu ik metal, Sulandu, adu, kun je geheli, gaat je mesje maken nog, gaat je mesje geheli, gaat je mesje maken nog, stoel kan die metal. Sulandu, adu, Sulandu ik metal, Sulandu, adu, kun je geheli. Grochen bekken mijn sin, kjolis binje cheten. Grochen bekken mijn sin, kovisan ach metal. Sulandu, adu, Sulandu ik metal, Sulandu, adu, kun je geheli.
Ali, Moran Dangarish. Okay, Ashishan, Al, are you up to give us another song or
Yes, I will if you want.
after? Sorry, it was Al Chickering. Did you want to sing another song, Al?
I could share an English song. And
Right.
it's Jack Foley's
And then after
Lassie,
we'll have
Lassie of the Morning. It's a beautiful love song.
we'll have Philippa, Claire, and Tony. If you'll give us a tune, and then I will sing, and then Fergus will. Oops, Lex, we need to come back to you.
Okay, let's see. Gotta pitch this somehow. Inside was brighter than the as it roused the glen and warmed the air and rustled every green. But it faded tae a glimmer with the brightest sight I've seen. My ain dear bonny lassie of the morning. And the sparkle o' her laughter ever after I recall, like the linkin dinkin clinkin of the mountain burns fall. But the hills are empty now, my bonny lassie, she's awa. My ain dear bonny lassie of the morning. And the morning breeze blew cool as mile for mile we baith gaed on, reaching for yon high hills with secret nooks and lones, where the rocks were worn and weathered by the years we'd never known, together with my lassie of the morning. And through the clouds and tae the sun, we scrambled tae the cairn above, where the raven soared below us, not but secrets, words were had, and the hills threw wide their arms and gathered us into their love. My ain dear bonny lassie of the morning. Then through the heath and bracken we gaed happy down the hill. We'd fall and laugh and see ourselves as birds once more would feel. And we baith knew that we'd grasp the joy that nane could share nor steal, when I held my bonny lassie of the morning. And the dam across the burn we built to try and stop its race. Well, we might as well have tried to hold our wild love to one place. Then I saw the look apart and soon to come cloud o'er the face. Oh, my ain dear bonny lassie o' the morning. And weary we went last on run, we jostled to the inn, grippin', slippin', clippin', seein' what we'd left behind. And a grateful gasp of ale, thankful for the day just done, and my ain thanks to my lassie of the morning. All through the dusk we lingered with nae words for us to say, nae long farewell to break the spell we'd baith mind all our day. Then a kiss, a look, a touch, and she turned and walked away. And now there'll never be another morning.
One time. Thank you. Okay, lovely singing. So up next, can we have Philippa and Claire, and then Anne? Thank you.
Okay, Shiny me and Valentine Bowen a come restod McGowan, I guess, Padraig O'Meanan. Showing ditch and yalak lan, as tuaka sparrow na ran. It should the soul have grown him out, as to my Valentine. Glach wem foster and green glan, as a hinnin vag and onin wan. Ní éidim iad a chunne búid, no is tú má Valentine. It's tú má rún is má rushing dú, má níomh cín ón má gra is tú. Tú an fáinne ceach ach ile lá, tú má bheo is má bhíal a gra. Tú úna bhain dar thug mé cean, san bhain dú áling ón glan. Má hornín his má huid den sil, is tú má Valentine. Bheadh mé inis faoi ólach hís, bagan bhrí ach le dóchas crí, nós an bhágan úd na huan, lá eile an non go bléis go a rís. Graim mé fáin na níos an á, do bhéin do grua is dá bhan má, is sin an fá grim, go tú má Valentine. It's tú má rún is má rushing dú, má níomh cín ón má gra is tú. Tú an fáinne ceach ach ile lá, tú má bheo is má bhíal a gra. Tú úna bhain dar thug mé cean, as an bhain dú áling ón glan. Má hornín is má huid den sil, is tú má Valentine. Sin bhfuil.
Never mar Philippa. Lay Inchinach. It's very interesting. Thank you. A recent song, huh? More than thank. Okay, so Claire, we would love to hear another song from you, and also Anne. More than thank. So Claire, are you? Phew, still not. Still the Wi-Fi still working. Right. Thank you.
But yeah, tá go breis. Ceola má couple of verse de gona log. Agona log suporna nashkia do huida janna nor buis na che ishami kar is agad. O iam o gredus yn un a fed y Gogara jalawni da kragna iskram. Gogara jabroga da kragna kearam. Gasguni trama da clefna neraram. Okay, Neil Magalave, we'll do chili versi Marialler and Gasterberg Shaw from Honlacan.
Margarita, oh, Girard, Danya.
Lovely.
Well done, time, Claire. Hey, she back. All right, Maha. So after Claire, we'll have Anne. Tony, if you'd like to play us a tune, that would be lovely. And then I will sing, and Fergus will finish up our evening. And I have made a request. If anyone would like to sing Cèilidh at the end, please do. If you missed it in the chat, please feel free to volunteer to sing Cèilidh at the end. Thank you. Thank you.
For the child. Shaheen Shaho Mastore Malana Mahyod Gan Kialag Mahweden Tailmoor Shaheen Shaho Nog More Antana Mastorin in a lava Nachala Gan Brown Alan of Machlave, Gunairi the Halalat, Sloan August Sonas, Gaki had a whore, Shaban up 50, August taker of Wimelat, Terry a color, gone big a color. Volachanti tá sío go geala faoi Queen Rhéanari ag immert a sport. Is seoí danír gur gliar mai lana le mian é haring as jacksa lis mór. Agus gweram tú a chrí ní vaisi de vala le brí a glas nó le binas a giol. Dom se led heif e gwiart na manach seo hín a lana ní him ho tú lo. Os cór má le ga miachar ceanú, tá díl ris a hangol ag fara in a ró. Le mór gradín a irí can ballí, mar bív na latas da raise lo. Astor machri li shiri the lava, Tevle the wam, isha fan fergofol, ni morlam da ye, ma him shar germatis, Mariach der talav e dianta mavro. Shaheen Shaho Astore Malana Mahyod Gan Kialag Mahweden Tailmoor Shaheen Shaho Nog More Antanav Mastorin in a laba nachala gan brown. Alan of Machlave ganairi the cololat. Sloan August sonnes gahi had a whore. Shabanach 50 agus teachar a bhuiimeach, Déirí a chola gan bíach go lo.
It's lovely, very gentle song, beautiful. Man, I guess SJ Anne. Tony, would you like to give us a tune? And then I'll sing something. And we loved the little one, Claire. Tony. Riyadh. All right, Maha. So, SJ Sin be Misha Shine, Oran Andin Hauran Luai Ayla. So we'll sing another of the walking songs. And then we're going to ask Fergus to sing a final song. And hopefully somebody by that time, besides myself, will have volunteered to sing Sorry Leave. I mean, I might have to resort to twisting arms at this distance. I know there's one or two of you know it besides myself. It would be good to hear someone else sing it. So, okay, so you're on warning. Sorry, Leave, more than thank. Okay, so Hashin Auran Horan Lua as Lois. So it's one of the Lewis ones. O Karen o Hureva and Yale Hucha Cardium. O Karen o Hureva. Una mida vatan je vidal for frechas Janavak Ukarano Yureva Hanyera Huja Cardium Ukarano Yureva Stram o Heiman Yusen ye Ridal for Vrechas do we Hunamido Stram o Heiman Yusen ye On la Regan Tiger me Ukarano Yureva Hanyela Hucha Cardium Ukarano Reoch. Stram o chéime díon go balla, scun má lana na cáileadúm, ó cáran ó hiú Reoch. Channéile chuid a cáileadúm, ó cáran ó hiú Reoch. Channéile chuid a cáileadúm, ó cáran ó hiú Reoch. More than time. Thank you. Cuireach réiche bhí bhí Fergus Seinn a ríist an árainn agus a station mór an taing Fergus bhí Fergus Seinn Ceilidh. So we'll sing the good night song, the Gaelic good night song at the end, and Fergus will lead that after his final song, which is a mystery to me as well as to you. So Fergus, over to yourself. Thank you.
More than so Shane Nish first of all solely in the execution Ferdinand Gore agus Cota Mór Elasich agus Shaw and set first Haimi and Lochaber and Dawid again Shen Haimi Raw Lua agus Bini Fakin and Nish agus Shane and Doi so I'm going to sing a set first of all solely in execution the barn of Ian McHugh Ferdinand Gore the man of the big tower and Cota Mór Elasich Elizabeth's greatcoat. This is the set that I sang in Lochaber at the Mod in October, and as a few of you may remember, I sang it rather too fast. I'm not sure why. I got a little excited, jumped into it. About halfway through the second song, I stumbled, and then I managed to stumble 8 more times, not because I was stumbling naturally, but because I was so fixated on having stumbled by accident that one time. So I'm going to try and take it at a more leisurely pace. My paracetamol is wearing off, so my tooth is beginning to hurt a little more. So if I clutch myself in agony, it is that, not anything more sinister. But fingers crossed it will not. Actually, I will drink a little water because I can feel my mouth filling up with saliva, which is much more information than any of you needed. I'm not sure why I said that. But we're among friends. These things happen. Okay, so... Jurva hrva bairach and rimi Jurva hrva Cèilidh in cushion Jurva hrva bairach and rimi Jurva hrva Cèilidh in cushion Der hasje filen en bak Shet van rohan kriellas Kleintje farm en brak en ballentura Der hasje filen en bak Shet van rohan kriellas Kleintje farm en brak en Balantura, Jurva hrva bairach and rimi Jurva hrva Cèilidh in cushion Jurva hrva bairach and rimi Jurva hrva Cèilidh in cushion Pak de galmar, pak aan de hullever, pak de galmar, seier in dune. Pak de galmar, pak aan de hullever, pak de galmar, seier in dune. Jurva hrva bairach en rimi, Jurva hrva Cèilidh in cushion, Jurva hrva bairach en rimi, Jurva hrva Cèilidh in cushion. A Ferdinand vor a mirri mor, a Ferdinand vor is mor a mirri, Ferdinand vor a mirri mor, a coni mirri mari, a Ferdinand vor a mirri mor, a Ferdinand vor is mor a mirri, Ferdinand vor a mirri mor, a coni mirri mari, a Ferdinand vicka mirri trick, a Ferdinand vicka trick a mirri, Ferdinand vicka mirri trick a mirri mari, a Ferdinand vicka mirri trick, a Ferdinand vicka trick a mirri, Ferdinand vicka mirri trick a mirri mari. Ha cotamor yellow saturana nina nila ha cotamor yellow saturana dola fosa ha cotamor yellow saturana nina nila ha cotamor yellow saturana dola fosa rana nina nila rana dola fosa rana nina nila rana dola fosa ha cotamor yellow saturana nina nila ha drashel hana visharana dola fosa ha cotamor yellow saturana nina nila ha drashel hana visharana dola fosa rana nina nila rana dola fosa rana nina rana dola fosa.
Moran time. Giros ganio. Agus is on Cucreech and I could be Fergus to shine Sorry Leave. But before Fergus sings Sorry Leave to close the night and then I'll put up the final slide. I'd like to ask everyone to give Fergus and indeed all of us who have sung or come to listen a big round of applause. We've had wonderful variety of songs from everybody and especially Fergus. So can we give Fergus a round of applause?
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, wonderful. So now I'd like to ask Fergus to sing Sorry Leave. We're all welcome to join in. And indeed, if anyone has forgotten how this goes, it's going to be my next Jensig as when I'm teaching a Gaelic song. Please do email me for information on how to join that. Otherwise, Fergus, please do sing Sorry Leave. Thank you.
I'm going to try my best to stick to the tune. I am so accustomed to singing the tenor part of this that it's possible muscle memory will take over. So if I start singing something that isn't the Sorry Leave that you know, keep singing the normal tune and it should work together because I'll probably still be in the same key, but fingers crossed I will stay on the tune. But you can, you know how it is when you've got so accustomed to doing a harmony that becomes the thing in your head. But we'll see how it goes. Sorry leave, Cèilidh Seinn, bien och lev, Guillem slange gravi mariv, Cèilidh bien och lev, Changelinge kule gleser gyske smein, moch lev guai, Mani dun of Yallen Gaelic, Eiche vale bien och lev, Sorry leave, Cèilidh valev, Eiche vale bien och lev, Guillem slange gravi mariv, Eiche valev, bien och lev. Morning, thank you.
Yeah. Fergus Lunnainn, information. Okay, good.
Dankjewel.